Mobili. Top 10 Most Powerful Ducati Monster Motorcycles Ever Made. 10. 2003 Ducati Monster 1000 to 83 horsepower. The Ducati Monster 1000 was a powerful replacement for the Monster 900 IE. It was powered by an air-cooled 4-stroke SOHC V-twin that flaunted 2 desmodromic valves per cylinder. This engine utilized a fresh design with various internal tweaks like a modified crankshaft, dual ignition, and increased compression of 10.0:1. Over 80 horsepower was impressive for a naked bike in the early 2000s, and its sporty appeal was also evident with peak power and torque RPMs of 8,000 and 6,000, respectively. It was a solid screamer for the time. Ducati packed a host of solid supporting hardware, too. The V-twin was cradled in an exposed tubular steel trellis chassis. Along with this, suspension duties were taken care of by 43mm show of fully adjustable front forks and a Sachs fully adjustable rear monoshock with progressive linkage. 9. 2010 Ducati Monster 796 to 86 horsepower. The Ducati Monster 796 was the perfect middle ground between the base Monster 696 and the more powerful 1100 models. It was a blend of tractable performance and riding pleasure. More importantly, this Ducati was a perfect representation of engine technology evolution. Compared to the 2003 Monster 1000 with a 922 cubic centimeters V-twin, this smaller 803 cubic centimeters monster was more powerful and lighter. The result? A Ducati Monster that was grin-worthy but easier and tractable to ride on city roads and the racetrack. Peak power and torque came in at 8,250 RPM and 6,250 RPM, respectively, which testified to its aggressive side. A tubular steel trellis frame was the backbone, and this monster came with fully adjustable suspension, $43 million show of front forks and a Sachs monoshock. 8. 2009 Ducati Monster 1100/1100s, 95 horsepower. Riding high on the phrase, "there's no replacement for displacement," the Monster 1100 had the most powerful air-cooled Ducati V-twin engine of the time. Unlike the monsters mentioned before, this duo of 1000+ cc monsters was tuned to be both high-end screamers and torquey mid-range beasts. This is evident from its relatively lower peak power and torque RPMs of 7,500 and 6,000 RPM, which helped have a flexible character on the racetrack and public roads. The 1100's model spiced things up over the base model. It came with race-derived adjustable Alline suspension at both ends, various carbon fiber components like the cam belt cover, an exhaust guard, a front fender, and an overall lighter package. The carbon fiber bits reduced the weight by 2.2 pounds. 7. 2011 Ducati Monster 1100 EVO 99 horsepower. This was a grin-worthy replacement for the already cool Monster 1100 lineup. While the engine displacement remained unchanged, the EVO models received numerous design and technology upgrades, some of which were first ever on the Monster models. This was the first big Ducati Monster to ditch the dry clutch for a wet setup. The exhaust layout was also rerouted to the side from the underseat setup. And this became the first Ducati Monster to come with ABS and to produce over 100 pound-feet of torque. To top things off, with 99 horsepower, the 1100 EVO snatched the most powerful air-cooled Ducati V-twin title from the last-gen model. 6. 2015 Ducati Monster 821 to 110 horsepower. This monster is powered by a V-twin used in the 2015 Ducati Hypermotored and the Hyperstrada. Ducati took the 2015 Monster 1200 and swapped the engine with the smaller 821 cubic centimeters unit. This brought together the best of both worlds, top-spec hardware and electronics with a comparatively tractable liquid-cooled V-twin. It was a certified screamer, with peak power kicking in at 9,250 RPM while being one of the final models with a steel trellis before the monocoque took over. Another notable feature of this Ducati was its impressive Desmo valve check interval of 18,000 miles. It brought a heightened sense of reliability and less worry of huge Desmo service bills. 5. 2021 Ducati Monster 111 horsepower. The latest Ducati Monster lineup first debuted in 2021 and currently comprises two standard models, Monster Plus and Monster SP, and two gorgeous limited edition models, Monster 30th Anniversario and Monster Senna. While the four have various design and feature differences, one aspect is constant: the engine. These are powered by the Testastretta 11-degree V-twin that utilizes a desmodromic valve train. The current-gen Ducati Monster is also the first ever to ditch the long-standing trellis chassis for an improved monocoque chassis. Not only does this make the Monster more compact, but it makes the motorcycle a lot lighter. A curb weight of 395 pounds makes that quite clear. 4. 2004 Ducati Monster S4R 111 4HP. This was one of the most advanced Ducati naked motorcycles of the early 2000s. At a time when air-cooled V-twins ruled Ducatis, the Monster S4R came with a liquid-cooled unit. This electronically injected engine produced peak power and torque at 8,750 RPM and 7,000 RPM, respectively, making it a sweet deal on both public roads and racetracks. Its exotic appeal further upped the ante. Notable features included a single-sided swing arm and a wide 180mm rear tire. The engine was housed in the signature steel trellis frame, and an unmissable visual feature was its dual-stacked exhaust system on the right side of the motorcycle. Weight savings were also highly regarded, with the Monster S4R getting 5-spoke lightweight aluminum wheels. 3. 2008 Ducati Monster S4R RS 129 horsepower. This is a wild and comparatively rare Ducati Monster. The S4R RS came with superbike-grade components, well, because it was derived from one. The S4R RS used the liquid-cooled V-twin, race-grade Öhlins suspension, and radial front brakes from the Ducati 999 Superbike. The brand just decided to strip off its fairings and create a monster. Peak power and torque came in at 9,500 RPM and 7,500 RPM, respectively, with a top speed of over 150 miles per hour in the 2000s. 2. 2014 Ducati Monster 1200S 143 horsepower. This was the official replacement of the Ducati Monster 1100 EVO. The 1200 series packed proper sports bike performance into a minimal naked roadster. Technology was the highlight of this top-spec monster. Ride and assist features like 3 riding modes, sport, touring, and urban, 8-level traction control, 3-level ABS, and a 3-level ride-by-wire system were all standard here. For good reason, too, because the performance was meaty. Couple that with its dry weight of just over 400 pounds, and this was one fast Ducati Monster. The weight-saving features included Y-shaped spoke lightweight wheels and a carbon fiber front mudguard. The 1200S packed a few more special features, like superior fully adjustable Öhlins suspension at both ends and a bit more power at 143 horses. 1. 2016 Ducati Monster 1200 or 152 horsepower. This is the most powerful Ducati Monster ever made. It is powered by the same V-twin engine found in the 2016 Ducati Diavel and the Multistrada, which clearly showcases this engine's versatility. The Monster 1200R is made for the track with features like fully adjustable Öhlins suspension and sticky Pirelli Diablo Supercorsa SP tires. The latter is wrapped around Ducati Panigale 1299 style wheels. While the 1200R is derived from the Monster 1200S, it had various upgraded features, like bigger brakes, a new subframe, and a standard Öhlins steering damper. Even the engine had been tweaked over the S's with an increased exhaust diameter, larger throttle bodies, and increased compression ratio. It also had one of the best power-to-weight ratios among Ducati Monster motorcycles.
I hope to inspire you and help you learn more about your favorite theme. Subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think.